Okay, let's look at another sentence issue here, another sentence problem. Here's a sentence. I could not find the form the lady needed, so I sent her to another office. Okay, so who's doing something in this sentence? I am, right? I couldn't find a form, so I sent her to another office. I couldn't find a form, so I did something. I sent her. So what if we rewrite the sentence and begin not being able to find the form the lady needed? So what would go next? What would the next words have to be if we rewrote the sentence that way? So who's doing something here? It's I, right? I couldn't find the form, so I sent her to another office. So not being able to find the form, somebody's going to do something. I is going to do something there, right? So could I say, not being able to find the form the lady needed, I sent the lady to another office. I could say that, but it would be repetitive because I would be repeating the lady twice. Not being able to find the form the lady needed, I sent the lady to another office, right? And that would be unnecessary repetition. No need to repeat the lady. What if we said, not being able to find the form the lady needed, the lady, well, it's not the lady who's doing something in this sentence, is it? It's I. So that won't work. I guess you could say, not being able to find the form the lady needed, the lady was sent to another office, but it leaves I out of it completely, which is sort of not what we're supposed to do. And it also repeats the lady again. We still have this repetition of the lady. So how about not being able to find the form the lady needed, I, okay, so what did I do? I sent her to another office, right? Not being able to find the form the lady needed, I sent her to another office. So that works pretty well, right? Okay, let's try another one. Okay, here's a sentence. Most spiders are not poisonous. Semicolon, black widows are an exception. Most spiders are not poisonous. Semicolon, black widows are an exception. Okay, now what if we started this sentence this way? Except for black widows, okay, so if we started this sentence that way, what would the next words have to be? Could it be A, most spiders, B, the exception, or C, poisonous spiders? Okay, so what would the next words have to be? Most spiders are not poisonous. Black widows are an exception. So black widows are the exception, even though most spiders are not poisonous, except for black widows. So we got the black widows in this part of the sentence. We're going to have to say something about the other spiders, most spiders. Okay? So, except for black widows, most spiders are not poisonous. That would work, right? Okay, so how about most spiders are not poisonous. Black widows are an exception. Except for black widows, the exception, so we already have the exception here, the one that is except, so it doesn't make any sense to repeat the exception. Or most spiders are not poisonous. Black widows are an exception. Except for black widows, poisonous spiders, well, the black widows are the poisonous ones, right? So what we need here is something about the other spiders. We got the black widows being an exception already, but we need to get the other spiders in there. So, except for black widows, most spiders are not poisonous. That would work, right? All right. I think we've got time for one more. Okay, how about we were exhausted from our long journey and decided to go to bed. Okay, what if we started instead with exhausted from our long journey? What could we put next? All right, could we say we were deciding could we say the journey? Okay. All right, let's think about this. We were exhausted from our long journey and decided to go to bed. So we did two things, right? Or two actions. We were exhausted and then we decided to go to bed. So, exhausted from our long journey, we've got the exhausted part, being exhausted from our long journey. So we need something about deciding to go to bed, right? Could we say, exhausted from our long journey, we were deciding, so it would be exhausted from our long journey, we were deciding to go to bed. Okay, all right. Could we say, exhausted from our long journey, we decided to go to bed? That would work. Exhausted from our long journey, the journey isn't doing anything here, so that doesn't work, right? Exhausted from our long journey, the journey decided to do something? No. All right, so it comes down to these two. Exhausted from our long journey, we were deciding. Now, why? I'm going to tell you right now that doesn't work. And it's because it's the wrong verb tense, right? So here we are exhausted. That's in the past. We were deciding. That's right now. That's some kind of progressive, verb. We were doing this thing right now. So that means we need to say we decided would be the next word after that. So we is the next word that would need to go here. Exhausted from our journey. In the past, we were exhausted. In the past, we decided. Okay? So there's something spiky about that verb. That verb doesn't work there. All right, now, so there are other exercises on your paper that you can try. Remember, don't worry too much about what the rules are that you're following. Just try to use logic and your ear for what sounds right. There are grammatical reasons why the right answers are right, but those are not what we're concerned about right now. We're just concerned about what logically goes next and what sounds correct to go next. Okay, using our instinct and our ear for language. All right, and if you have questions or you want to go over the rest of the exercises, we can do that during the online meeting, or you can email me or find me in chat in Canvas. All right, see ya.